we have a recording for the session.
Should
Awesome. It's recording.
I think. Okay, I think you're seeing my screen, right?
I am. I see the meme. I love that you even like kept the original format. I love this. Dang. Thank you, Enrique. All right. Should we go to maybe next slide?
Okay.
And then can you present?
Uh,
Yeah, there we
okay.
go. Awesome. Yeah, we can see. I think we're good. So, hi everyone. So, it's Enrique and I, and then Nicole. So, welcome. This is kind of the inaugural or post-inaugural session for Phoenix Crypto. So, just to give you some history, Phoenix Crypto started back in December of 2020, and I started it because I was just starting to get into crypto, and I wanted to do something more involved and actually be able to learn a lot. And so I think I was just looking, I was on Codecademy's website because they had a course intro to blockchain, like using Python. And so I was taking that. And at the same time, Codecademy had launched their Codecademy chapters. So basically, and this was also like in the thick of COVID. So it was virtual communities for people that were taking Codecademy courses to get together virtually and to learn and to share knowledge and stuff like that. So I saw that there wasn't any crypto chapters. There's only like 1 or 2 chapters at the time. I was like, oh, it'd be cool to make a crypto one. And so I approached them with the idea for Phoenix Crypto. And Phoenix just comes from, I was living in Phoenix at the time, working for my last job. And yeah, it started and it was really fun, honestly. Like we did a bunch of sessions where we did Q&As with professionals in the crypto industry. A lot of it was educational sessions. I'm just looking like hardware wallets 101 or like how to code a virtual blockchain or how to code like a testnet or simulate a blockchain with Python, breaking down Ethereum 2.0. So really just trying to make crypto knowledge accessible to everyone because that was kind of the phase I was in. I was just trying to get into it and learn a bunch because the job I had at the time was very like not in crypto, it was very traditional. So really it was just a way for me to meet other people in the space and just to educate myself on it. And so the events were the main things that we did, but then I did some other things as well around the community. Like we started a Discord. Oh, wow, you even have that. All right. We had lots of Decentraland meetups. If you don't know, Decentraland is this virtual reality kind of platform where you go in and you have your avatar. And we even got Phoenix Crypto wearables design, which is really cool. We had something called Breakfast Bites, which was a short little podcast that we did on the Discord that we have. We had a newsletter called the Crypto Courier, which just announced the latest events, had some tidbits of crypto info, and also wrote a bunch of articles for Phoenix Crypto, so I linked them there. Oh my gosh, I forgot. We had a token. I'm into the PHX token. And funny, there's and we had a snapshot. Holy shoot, I really did not remember. We had all of this. So yeah, we had there was a whole plan to do a governance structure with this PHX token. So there's a lot of stuff that was going on. There's probably more here, but yeah, the main things were the events, and then we started moving everything mostly over to Discord, and we also had a Twitter, which we shared just like random tidbits, like what's an airdrop or just like other random knowledge things like that. And so yeah, what happened was I did this for like 6 months, a little bit longer than that. And then summer of last year, I decided to fully make the leap into crypto. And so I actually met someone on the Sheet 256 Discord who worked at Figment, and Figment's a staking provider on 50 proof of stake networks. And so I chatted with her, and then ended up getting a job at Figment as an FP&A analyst / accountant. And that's where I work today. So I actually got a job in crypto, and starting Phoenix Crypto and meeting all the people in the community really helped me like get this job and then just like really immerse myself in the crypto industry. So as you will probably notice, when I started my job at Figment is when I stopped Phoenix Crypto, because crypto is a nonstop job. And so I just got just really busy. And Figment's a startup. We raised a Series B and then a C. And so it's just been like a wild ride since I've started. So long story short, that's why we haven't. The community's been kind of dead for the last couple of months. But I met some really awesome people like Enrique and Gustavo, and they decided over the last like couple of weeks that they wanted to revive the community. And so they're gonna be taking it over mostly for me. I'll still be here, like help out with admin stuff and contribute to some events. But yeah, they're like rock star members, and they're sort of taking this like project I had, and they're reviving it. So super happy and grateful for that. But that is the story of Phoenix Crypto in a nutshell. We are reviving it. It's coming back, and it's going to be awesome. So that is my intro.
That's pretty awesome.
Thank you. You guys are really awesome too. I forgot. I honestly for like since I started Figment, I just kind of forgot everything I did before because it's like pre Figment, and then I'll like still working at Figment. But yeah, I guess was there anything else you wanted me to cover, Enrique?
Nope.
Okay, take it away. Floor is all yours.
Okay. The moment of the truth. Um. Okay. Yeah. So just bear with
Wait,
me.
real quick, Enrique, do you want to maybe give a little background on your story and like how you found Phoenix Crypto and like the crypto things you've been doing since then, and I guess like why you want to revive it?
So, okay. So I am Enrique. They call me Iglesias in the street. Give me a second. My dog is here. So give me a second.
And just to plug some of our older presentations, if you go on our Discord, um, and actually I will send a link to that right now. There's an events channel, and you can see all the prior events that we hosted and all of the like the presentations and stuff. We also had a Notion page, which I will link as well, and you can go ahead and check that out. Sorry, go ahead, Enrique.
Yeah, sorry about that. My dog just came. um, yeah, I just joined Code Academy. I went to data science, and I was checking about chapters, and I don't know. I just was just like wandering around. I just found this Phoenix Crypto, and the first time I joined, I was like, "What's this?" And I remember I saw you talking with a guy about NFTs. I didn't understand a word what you were saying, and I say, "Oh my god, maybe I'm the wrong place." But I don't know. I kept coming, and I say, "Okay, I like this." And then we start doing things like, the token, and there was also Kresna. We were doing also the podcast, and yeah, so I was pretty much getting into crypto. I was also like investing myself, and reading the papers, the Bitcoin paper, the Ethereum paper. And yeah, suddenly the community starts dying, and I say, oh my god, I cannot let this happen. I mean, we need to fight at least a bit more to help it through. And we with Sabo, which he will come soon, I hope so. We just say, okay, let's do this. And here we are, starting over. um, okay, so yeah, we just wanted to cover a small topic for our first presentation. It's gonna be a bit theoretical. I hope it's not pretty boring, and and just please bear with me. I'm a virgin in this hosting event, so yeah, my first time. um, okay, so we just wanted to cover the subject decentralization, which is Web 3.0, which is like what we're trying to get now, um and yeah, just a disclaimer, this is a pretty big topic, and it's pretty fast moving. So sometimes when you do your research, in one website you will find some information, and in another website another one, because the definitions are not pretty standard. So I just wanted to let you know in case, but we try to uh, be as serious as possible with what we're gonna say here today, and cover also like the most basic. Don't go into really complicated details, because yeah, it's just an introduction today. So yeah, so the idea is, with decentralization is, yeah, as the name say, decentralized stuff, like transfer the, we say, power or decision making from just one actor to like several ones. And this has started like since the beginning of time. It's not just with crypto. I mean, even governments, like the debate, like, is the USA a better government than some centralized like France one? And this has been a pretty old discussion. um the subject is back because right now we're seeing corporates have too much power, corporate and big governments. So the internet is just relying right now in this discussion, in a few corporations which handles like most of the traffic and data. So yeah, this is becoming a very big problem. Wait, okay, so here I'm gonna leave the presentation in the Discord so you can check it. But so I'm not going to every subject here, but I just wanted to show you that so there is this centralized form of doing stuff, distributed and decentralized. So you say, for example, in the centralized control is just one central entity. So for example, most of the data, for example, in Amazon, is just in their servers and only they have access to that. And when they want to block it, you cannot access that anymore. Um, and even if they don't want to do that, if they get hacked or they have a failure, so it's a big problem. So usually what they try to do is to distribute the data. Um, but now the new trend is like to go decentralized. So like the users are the one who owns the data and not just corporations or government or just single actors. Um, and it has some advantages, like they have not a single point of failure. Um, and it's way more secure. Um, yeah. So here I just wanted to go to the topic, like what's the web. So there is a difference between internet and web, and basically it's like internet is like the infrastructures and all the protocols and things that enable the web. um, and the web is just a part of the internet. um, so yeah, so we say like when 1.0 was like the first web, like founded by Sir Tim Berners-Lee in 1991, and it was pretty static. Most of the content, it was only for reading. um, so yeah, you can do much with that. Okay, here it's a bit small, I think, but I just wanted to show here, at the beginning of the web, like the kilobytes per second or megabyte per second was pretty slow, and it has been growing exponentially. So we say not right now we are like 300 megabytes per second, like as an average, like here. um but yeah, it was a like a really slow pace at the beginning, and now it's taking off. And also the total number of people using the internet. This is important because that's what we're trying to achieve with blockchain and some ecosystems like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and like we want to include more people in the web and also in the financial system and various systems, not just those two. But so I just wanted to show here what kind of stuff has enabled that. So one of that is the like the average, like the increasing bandwidth and the number of users of the internet. Also here we could see like 50 years ago, for a supercomputer, it was normal for them to do 200,000 operations per second. Um, and now, for example, the iPhone 13 Pro Max can do 15 trillion operations per second. The first iPhone did 100 million. The iPhone, I think, is 5, did 600 billion. And what that supercomputer 50 years ago do did with a computer from today. I mean, it will take 1 second to a computer for today and 4,000 years for a computer in the past. So we can see like this kind of stuff has enabled like the growth of web 3.0, blockchains, and many other solutions we're adapting today. So now we are in web 2.0, which is like the one we use every day. It's like interactive, read and write, and it's mostly a service file system. I know database system. I was saying, okay, here we have like a more graphic view of what was going on. So it was founded. Then we had, I don't know if you remember this browser war with Netscape and Bill Gates and all this stuff. And then started coming this website like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the ones we use like every day, which are pretty 2.0, but we know like we have some problem with these companies. Mark Zuckerberg has gone to Congress. Okay, like Uber, Airbnb, and we say like 2011 will be here, which was like Bitcoin was released, maybe to 2010. Then came Ethereum, Ocean, Maker. Um, okay, here is also like maybe mobile user explosion. So, okay. And then what we're trying to build is Web 3.0, which is also read and write, but trust and verifiable. So this guy, Garen Wood, he's like, he's working in Polkadot, if I'm not wrong. He's one of a very important person working on that. He says, Web 3.0 is an extensive framework for creating massively multi-user, economically strong applications. So, I mean, basically, one of the big, we say like improvements in Web 3.0 is that they have native built-in payments. So, for example, in a smart contract in Ethereum, you can say tokens Ether, while in Web 2.0, that is not possible to send money across the web. And these are some of the qualities that they are trying to achieve, like it's going to be verifiable, that is being achieved by consensus mechanisms like proof of work, proof of stake. If the majority of the blockchains approve the block, so it's incorporated, otherwise it's discarded. It has to be trustless. Self-governing, permissionless. It means here that everyone can participate. You don't have, like for example, if you want to to use your money, you have to have a bank account with a private company in most countries. So that is not permissionless. So what they're trying is to include more people in the system. It has to be distributed and robust, so it's going to be attacked. It's going to, if just one node fails, the other ones are going to take I continue the network. So okay, okay. Here I just wanted to show some tweets. I know you guys know Elon Musk and Jack Dorsey. I mean, Jack Dorsey was in the Twitter board. He resigned, and now Elon is trying to buy Twitter. And he's just saying that Web3 is a lie. So he said, you don't own Web 3.0. The venture capitalists and LPs do. You will never skip the incentive. It's ultimate centralized entity with a different label. And he also regrets like what Web 2.0 turned out. So yeah, the Web 1.0 was amazing, and then the corporation damaged it, and he regrets it. And here Elon says, has anyone seen Web 3.0? And he says somewhere between A and C. And he's referring to Andres Horowitz, which is a venture capital fund. They invest in Coinbase and in Facebook and in many companies. So I just wanted like to put a big question mark here. Is it really governing, permissionless, trustless, or are we just going with the same old system of big corporations? And so I just wanted to leave it up to you to make the debate. So just take with a pinch of salt what you hear about Web 3.0. it's going in many different directions. Every project is different. So, okay. So how good time? Okay, 7:26. So we say like maybe no, there is not. So we say that Wave 3.0 is based in layers. We will say like it has like four big layers. No, 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, four. um, so we'll say layer 0 is like the foundation, the grounding for all Web 3.0. So it runs beneath the blockchain. It's made of protocols, connections, hardware, miners, and more forms of the foundation. Um, yeah, I'm gonna leave in at the end of the presentation. There are the links if you want to check what is exactly each of these items. It's pretty technical as we go into the details. But for example, here Polkadot, it means like they're trying to build interoperability between blockchains. So like that Ethereum can communicate with Bitcoin and with Polkadot and with Cardano and with other Web 3.0 websites and applications, DAOs. Yeah. Okay. So then on top of that, we have layer 1. So they're mostly focused on distribution and interaction. For example, yeah, we have like Bitcoin, Ethereum. There are also like some protocols about maybe you have heard IPFS. They are trying to change the way data is stored in the web. That's pretty Web 3.0. So that's all hosted in layer 1. All right, then we have layer 2. But the problem with layer 1 is, I mean, we have this, how do we call it? Like this triangle of like blockchain or web is like,
Oh, is it the scalability trilemma?
yeah, can you explain that for me?
Yeah, there's let me think of that. So there's this concept called the scalability trilemma in crypto. And I'm trying to remember the three. So there's decentralization, security, maybe privacy is the last one. Let me look it up. But
Yeah.
basically the idea is you can't have, if you want to scale your blockchain, you're gonna have to, or you will probably have to compromise on one of those points. Yeah, it's decentralization, security, and scalability. And so a great example is Ethereum, like L1, super clogged. If you've ever tried to submit a transaction, is really expensive, right? And so that's the whole point of Ethereum moving from proof of work over to proof of stake. And like the idea for that is to just increase throughput. So gas is cheaper, it's more efficient, more scalable. But with that, there's drawbacks. Like there's a whole bunch of new contracts now that are out there that could have security flaws in them. So maybe security won't be as good. Or something like decentralization. If you want to scale a blockchain, a really easy way to do that is to make it centralized. So that might be secure and it might be scalable, but it's not decentralized at all. And so it's really hard to build a sustainable, usable blockchain that has all three of these tenets, because I guess I've seen that it's hard to have all three and something has to give at some point. So, or I guess that's kind of the challenge. How do you build a blockchain with all three of those tenets? So that's what the scalability trilemma is.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, for example, I'm not quite sure the amount of operation that Ethereum can handle right now. Was it like 10 per second, something like that?
Something really small. Yeah. I think it might be a little bit higher, maybe like 100 or 200
Uh-huh.
TPS. Um, yeah, Visa is like hundreds of thousands per second. Yeah. So currently Ethereum's like 12 to 15 TPS, which is really small
Which is
compared to
nothing.
Visa's. Exactly. Yeah. So as you can see, that's why like Ethereum's not really scalable right now because it's hard to even use it. Yeah.
Uh-huh. So therefore, we have like layer 2 solutions. The idea is to enhance the lower layers, like by enable more computation. For example, the state channels. It's like, I think it's Lightning Network, an example of this. So instead of handling every operation on chain, for example, Bitcoin, um, they just do everything outside the blockchain, and then they just record one transaction, which is the last one signed by both parties, and that enables like to speed up the process. And there are also they developing many L2 solutions for every blockchain. So as we said, like, yeah, 10, 15 solutions transaction per second is really low. If we want to compete with Visa, MasterCard, we need to speed the network a lot. So it's not viable to keep just 10 transactions. And that's why in layer 2, many solutions are being developed. um, yeah, we can talk about them like in a next event. Okay, so layer 3, it's like human real language that we use, APIs, and for example, that is Solidity. I don't remember what was called the Cardano language, but for Ethereum we have Solidity and Viper, and for Cardano we have, okay, it's another language I don't remember right now.
Haskell.
Haskell.
Super old programming language. Yeah. I think it's old, right? It's like one of those legacy ones or something like that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So Jurassic Park. And okay, and the last one, L4, which is the one like the one you interact with is like your web browser or your MetaMask wallet. So these are basically the like 4 layers of Web 3.0, like pretty mm, summarized. And Solidity, I just want to say, we sometimes hold events about Solidity. We did some coffee and code where we code together crypto zombies with Solidity. So if you're interested, you can come by and check. Okay. I wanted to compare here about security in Web 2.0 and Web 3.0. So basically, you have no control of your data and how it's stored. I mean, it's just in Facebook servers on YouTube, and they don't care about what you think. Um, so the business model is more about tracking and using your data or selling your data without your permission. So basically, Facebook sells your data to advertiser, governments, or whomever they want, and you don't know about it. Um, and mostly, yeah, advertising is like the business, like what drives the Web 2.0, and censure. So if they decide that you cannot watch the content because you are not located, for example, the United States, or because you live in, I don't know, in Ukraine, Russia, then you cannot see this video or something, or you cannot, or for example, if you are in Argentina and then the government says you cannot access your bank account, then you can't. So bad luck. So basically, of this problem are a bit like at least tackled in Web 3.0. So they are not deployed in a single servers. They are mostly done blockchains, like peer-to-peer networks, and they have the native payments. Like there are a lot of like coins and proposals like as I said, Bitcoin, Cardano. But not only that, like even like project like for example, Ocean had its own token. Ocean is a project that's about, they say that most of the data is like within a few companies and it's not being used. So they want to uh, like basically use all the data with artificial intelligence to build models like to health medicine and science, but without disclosing that private data to other people. And they have their own token and they have their own project proposals, and it's pretty interesting like what these companies propose. So it's not just Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stuff like that. There are I think here I have a few examples of that. Um, so this is Filecoin. This is built on top of IPFS and is also trying to handle the storage problem. So basically, they pay you so that you store data and you keep that data for a long time. It's not that just you have the coin and then you delete the data. And it has their own token economics. Brave, they have also their own coins called BAT, Basic Attention Token. This is a social network in India, Chingari. I think it's not allowed TikTok there, so they have their own ones called Chingari. But the interesting thing here is that they are moving towards Solana. So they want to host all the network with Solana. So each video will be an NFT, and then you can buy and sell it. So it's your video, it's your piece of content, and they have also their token. I don't remember the name of their token. They had like body or something like that. Um, so yeah, a lot of forms of monetization. It's coming with the Web 3.0. So all the time, new proposals are coming, and it's pretty interesting what's being developed. And I think that's all I got. Yeah, I have here useful links in the case someone wants to watch watch them later in the presentation. And how you can contact us. Like as I said, we have the our Discord where we have our channel, we post information, we have memes. And we open also a Matrix channel. This is like more decentralized. It's just an idea we have. Maybe it succeeds, maybe it doesn't. But we will keep both Discord and Matrix. And yeah, for my side, that's all I get for today.
I actually had something else to add on the security and privacy slide. Actually, oh, you already have it up. But I think there definitely are some perils in Web3 on the security and on the privacy front. So I think one of the big myths is that, like in blockchain, everything's anonymous, but that's pretty much a fallacy. Blockchain's more pseudonymous. And so you have privacy if you don't give away your public address like to anyone, or you don't like tell people that it's you and that it's your public address, then you can maintain some anonymity that way. But I think there's even like I've heard of some firms like forensic crypto firms that even try to trace who people are by their public crypto address, even if they haven't given out who they are. So I wouldn't take that. I was like, oh, you did a crypto transaction, so 100% private. It's like most likely not. So just wanted to say that. And then on the security side, I think there's definitely a lot of unique security issues that happen in Web3. And my mind's just going to like the smart contract exploits that seem to happen all the time. I feel like every other week, it's like, oh, like this protocol got exploited, and then all their community funds were drained or something. So yeah, and just for context, like a smart contract is just a piece of code that's deployed on one of these networks. It can do things like send money to other people or to other smart contracts. It can receive money. It can execute trades or pretty much like do whatever you want within code. But the thing with that, or the danger with that, is that some people can exploit bugs in that code, or do something else malicious with it. So I'm thinking of one that happened, I think like a month ago, the wormhole hack, and that was crazy. So there's been a lot of hacks around bridges, and so a bridge is just a term that describes if you're trying to transfer crypto from one blockchain to another, you can use a bridge that bridges the two chains. And so one of them was called wormhole, and basically someone was able to get into smart contracts on there and then exploit them and then drain the funds. And I think what's the other one that happened? Juno. I think there was a hack on Juno. I don't know if that was like a smart contract thing, but yeah. Long story short, like crypto is still kind of wild west, and so you just sort of have to be careful with your funds and where you put them, because they could just be gone. If someone is smart and figures out a bug. One of the really famous hacks that I recommend looking into if you're interested in this is called the Dow Hack. It was the first hack on Ethereum. It was a huge deal. Someone basically, I forget who actually did. I think Laura Shin might have doxed whoever it was recently in her book. but someone just drained this smart contract, this Dow smart contract, and that's how Ethereum Classic was born. There was literally a hard fork, and the Ethereum Foundation kind of like turned back the clock and kind of made it seem like the hack had never happened. And so that's why you have two chains, Ethereum and then Ethereum Classic. So anyway, that's just to say blockchain isn't a panacea. There's still a lot of issues with it, but I think it does have a lot of potential. So that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, also many people try to, I mean, there's also like some people say not everything has to be a blockchain, because I mean it has also like there are limitations, and because right now it's like, okay, we need to decentralize everything, no more servers and stuff like that, and it's not viable in every case. So we have to also be careful with that. Not everything is solved with blockchain, and so there is like a super hype, but we need to like check if this is viable or not.
I totally agree. Not everything needs to be a DAO or a, on crypto. Looks like Nicole just said something. Just drank Academy. Oh, nice. I want to get developer side. Yeah, that's a really great question. I was actually thinking the same thing. I want to be like a developer. And let's say that I'm an accountant now, so it's very far from being a developer. But like in 5 years, that's what I wanted to do. And so I was going to start with the full stack career path actually, because a lot of the, at least what I've seen, a lot of the onboarding for people into like Web3 languages already assumes you have a base, like a strong base in Web2 languages. So it already assumes you're really good at like OOP and how to, write Java or Python or something. So there's not a lot just taking you if you don't have a lot of coding experience right into a Web3 dev. You almost have to like learn Web2 dev first. And then there's a lot of good jumping points from there to learning Solidity or Haskell or something, or Rust if you want to. So I actually think doing the full stack career path would be a really good idea. But I would try to do crypto like at the same time with it. Or maybe do like learn JavaScript and then learn Solidity at the same time, because I've heard those are pretty similar. Or the Codecademy course, simulating a blockchain in Python. I really recommend that one because I pretty much like did the whole Python course and then I did that course after, and it's like I got Web2 and Web3 at the same time. So I definitely wouldn't just like do full stack and then nothing crypto. I do full stack with like some layering of crypto on top, if that makes sense. Hopefully that helps. Enrique, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I haven't done full stack. I just went with Python, and there's also some really good tutorials in YouTube with Free Code Camp. I'm doing the one of Solidity, so they do like they Solidity with, I mean, it's pretty similar like with JavaScript, but they also try Python and Web 3.0. So I think Python won't hurt if you want to also get into Web 3. I will go with, if you want to go with full stack, I think you can also do these tutorials. They teach you about Python and Solidity. And also, for example, website like Crypto Zombies, they teach you so much. Yeah.
What I also recommend, so not to, so the company I work for, Figment, like we are a staking provider, but we have another branch of our company called Learn, and basically it's like to onboard Web2 devs to Web3, and it's really cool. There's basically tutorials on like how to build a DApp on Polkadot or an Avalanche. And it's very protocol specific, and so I haven't done any because it assumes like a base of programming knowledge. But it's really cool, and we just spun up a DAO called Builder DAO, which is going to be like the next version of Figment Learn. But I would really recommend looking into this, and it's all free, so that's really
It's
great.
free in
So.
Figment. I will
And for
check that
now,
out.
yeah. Let me find the announcement for Builder DAO. Yeah, we're trying to like spin it off from Figment and make it more of like a community thing, not just Figment driving it. So here's we did like a mirror post about it, but this is coming down the pipeline, and yeah, it's just exciting things are happening. So I would recommend that for even for bias reasons. So yeah, a great question though, Nicole. good luck. I'm very excited for you. I feel like joining Web3 is one of the best things that I think it's just been so awesome. And I feel like I've learned so much. So would definitely recommend it to others. Cool. All right. Anything else, Enrique?
Not for
Yeah,
today.
super cool. All right. I think we're gonna do some more planning internally about what event's gonna be next. But yeah, I'll probably just post it on our main chapter page. So just look out there or join our Discord to get updates. So
Yeah, Nicole,
all
I think
right.
in the Discord there are also many members who code in different stuff. Like Tresna has a lot of resources for you to, if you don't want to code in Solidity or something like that. I mean, many members there have different experiences, so they can also help you get more learning resources. And yeah, just so if you wanna join our Discord, I would highly encourage you to do that.
All right. I'm gonna stop recording right now.